Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Go out. Watch one. Lead them.
They'll run on first down. Rich calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Set. 30 base. Get ready. Get hard. Hard. Spot. Now.
On second down now. It's right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Off-play action. Riddle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second down, Riddle. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Riddle. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Riddle. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Riddle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
This is Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right into...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's right, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I got 15. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Bills are going to get the football back. On 1st down, Riddle nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Riddle. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Good job.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an outer lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly.
He's got a man complete. A big play here for the Bills. 58 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got him.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only... And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Chopper!
2nd and 15. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. After 1, 17-7 is our score. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Riddle. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down carry for Smith. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll run with Smith. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on third down?
On third down, it's McGee. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Riddle. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Smith. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mike one.
Ready? Back to the air on 2nd down. Riddle. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pilot, 64,
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Riddle, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Right. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Fourth down and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down in inches. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll set up the throw. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to take off with it. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. On the carry, here's Smith. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I'm going to hit you all day.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 28-yard line.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Hey, watch the screen, watch the right.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. Going up top. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that, Beckham.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Devin White racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Weapon. Check. Watch twist.
To throw on second down. Riddle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. Run to the mic. Watch one. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch Smith. Mike 1. Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's go.
On fourth down, Riddle nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? So we got man. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a second and long.
Let's go. Change the flag. 15, Mike 15. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 15. Mike
second and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Back to throw. Riddle. He completes it to Hunter. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, and the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point safely through, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 3.
2nd and 11. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Metcalf once again the target. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a... Cowboy touchdown from 21 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
On the ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Riddle flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
I got 15.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their deep. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Eluding the pressure right. And Walker has it. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Off play action. Riddle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
90 Wolf. One's the mic. Watch 1. Watch 1.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Riddle under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. On 2nd down. It's Smith, and he'll take this one only up to about the 21. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Don't get nervous.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fight. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Mike 3. Combo. Hurry.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. They shakes him off. And this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got... And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As his guys continue to pour it on. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
That's their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch one. You ain't hit it.
Off the play fake. Riddle going deep for Walker. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Check. 61.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
And it's third down.
The Cowboys on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Extra point up and through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McGee. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. He'll drop the throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Smith. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, check. Kill. Check 99.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make the play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Metcalf once again the target, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DK Metcalf becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
65, Bills 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check down.
Off play action. Riddle, he sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it with Smith on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Throwing left side, it's complete. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo. I got it. Mike 3.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Metcalf once again the target. Third down here. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 5, Mike 5. Y'all not ready. Time's the mic.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they will try to get back.